Welcome to Liz at Home. Today I'm going to be showing you a quick video on how to color hair. I'm using this book which is by M.O.M.O Girl. I think it's called Girl with Music. I'll put it in the title. And I've colored this picture which is almost finished now, and I'm going to be doing her hair. So I'm using Prismacolor Premier pencils, and I want her to have mostly black hair, dark hair, and I'm going to use Prismacolor Black, Prismacolor Warm Grey 70%, Prismacolor White 938, and then I'm going to be trying using the Prismacolor Dahlia Purple PC1009 for a few purpley pink highlights to come through the hair. So I will zoom in a little bit on her head and then just talk you through the beginning of. I'm not an expert on coloring hair at all. There are many people that do it far better than I do. So when you see a picture and there's hair to color, you can see the artist usually gives. There are normally like sections in the hair. Here is a section, here is a section, then there are the little curls, there's a section. And if you look at objects, any sort of object, they often cast a shadow. So were I to take this pencil here and put the light onto it, you will see that it's casting a shadow here underneath where the pencil is, depending on where the light is coming from this direction and the shadow is down here. So I'm going to remove that again so we don't have too many shadows on this. So when you start to do something, I normally mark out my cast shadows. I won't use my very darkest color, which would be black. I will be using the gray 70% here, and I will lightly go around the outside of those sections of hair. This piece of paper towel is just to stop any greasiness from my hands going onto the paper. So I'll actually do that and go a little bit out, and in this particular instance I'm going to come slightly onto the face with that, but I have colored her skin darkly around where the hair is. So here the cast shadow goes around here, and that eventually gets sort of incorporated into the whole picture, but it just does help bring out some depth to the coloring. So I'm putting in some cast shadow around this bow as well with the 70% grey. Very light pressure that I'm using here. And not just a thin line, I go out a little bit, makes it easier. So I'm not outlining, I'm just going under the lower area where the shadows would be cast. Over there. And then this is a section here as well. So I will be going slightly under that section, but because it's hair, I'm going to be doing it in the direction more of how the hair would be growing. Over there. There is a section as well that I want to show. So bringing the cast shadow out. Here is a section. Those are sections. Oopsie, and the point is gone. Sorry, so we'll just have to sharpen this. This is a section that I want to mark out. It helps you find the geography of your piece a little bit as well as you're doing things. I have quite a lot of difficulty when I'm coloring sometimes, trying to figure out where things are going. So there, bit of a section there, not much. This is a definite section that, although it's outside of the hair almost. Need to take care. What happened in this picture is that I missed that arm and thought it was a flower, so I made it pink. So I actually ended up coloring the piece with white gouache and then going over it with not white gouache, white acrylic gesso, and then I went over it with pencil. Some more sections here. Sorry, I sidetracked myself. Just a little bit of cast shadow from the face as well. Bit of cast shadow there. I think that's all hair. I wasn't quite sure if it was hair or background. But I think it is all hair, and I'm just going to put some in there. Cast shadow behind her neck. Alright, so I think I've got most of the sections, and if we notice anything too much more while we're colouring, we can do that. Then the next thing I do is I take my darkest colour, in this case it's going to be the black, and I do follow where the artist, I'm just turning this book slightly sideways, where the artist has her darkest marks. So now you see this is a section. As I start to do the things, so I can see them more clearly. And this section, just section it off, and there. And then I go with a flicking motion. So put the point down and then bring it up with a flick in the direction that the hair goes. And now we'll go from the dark section out and leave some lighter. Flick there. So these have all got their nice little curls. Let me just work around here. Then flicking, and then I'm turning this the other way. I find I cannot colour in one direction. I really need to turn my book. So I'm just going to talk through this little piece here. This piece that goes down like that. Then I will take the grey and take those flicks and go over them a bit and up even further. And where it's pale is usually a highlight. So coming quite a lot through, and then let's take a few flicks of the pretty pinky dahlia purple just to give this girl something going on, and try going over that with white, and then I'll come back to that. So now I'm going to be doing this flicking and carrying on, and I'll speed it up because it can be tedious for you to watch, and I'll put some music on for you while I'm doing that. So now I've finished the hair and I decide to just do a few more strokes. I finished the eyelashes with some Staedtler fine liners. The others are also fine liners where I just do a few more flicks of hair just to get the finer hair looking bits, and then use a white gel pen just to add some sparkles to her eyes and her lips. And then basically my little lady is finished, and I would like to thank you so much for watching this, and I hope it's been helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe and join me in the next video. Goodbye.